I would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Good. Oh, who's got echo? Good. Oh, who's got the echo? Good evening, everybody. This is welcome to King Dolphin TV. Who's got the echo? Stand by. Good evening, everybody. This is welcome to. Okay. It looks like. Okay. Slight technical difficulty. I think, old man, if you can turn off your YouTube link, we're getting the echo through there. And just we'll go through StreamYards. Okay, let's try again.
Take care of it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, good.
I had to go hunting through all the stuff out there.
Okay. All right. Well, now we're through with the temporal loop, as Snortapoopus said. Well, good evening and welcome to King Dolphin TV. I am Raymond and author of the Dolphin Wars series of books. Welcome to the best pod in YouTube. I hope you're doing all well tonight. Today is our early commemoration of Veterans Day. I have joining us on the panel two distinguished guests. The three of us have served our country in 3 different periods, and I am very honored to have them here for this special day. Please give a King Dolphin TV to Dr. Catherine Kemmerling, and you know him as Old Man. Give a welcome to Old Man. We will.
Thank you.
We will do our usual asking questions, and then we'll open it up to the chat and have some very lively discussion. But before we get started, if you like what King Dolphin TV is doing, I'd like you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That way, more of this good material goes out and out to YouTube land. Also, if you know any creators that want to be interviewed and brought out into the public, please reach out to me with their information, and the wrenches will put my contact information out into the chat. So, without further ado, I will welcome all those who are here right now. We have, as our wrenches, the ones who will keep us safe and bot-free. We have Legatus Legionii. We have Snortapoopus Q-Bird. We have John Rendell. And we have Pudgy Hedgehog. We also have, out into the chat, we have Captain Fandom Nerd. We have Eric Anderson, and we have Andy Masterson, probably streaming or lurking or having to go and do other errands, but he came in to do the just to show his appreciation, he said earlier on, he said, hello, my friends. I have to catch the replay. Have a great stream, and thank you for your service. Thank you, Andy. And Snooker Poopus would like to thank all veterans for their service. And Sandra, the amazing producer, and Queen Wrench in my other half, she says, Thursday is the Marine Corps' birthday. Make sure you wish all your Marine friends a happy birthday and Semper Fi. Thank you, honey. All right, so we've gotten the technological. Did I also say John Randall? Yes, I did say John Randall was on. All right, so how this works on the interviews is I will ask questions to break the ice, to introduce these people to this wonderful chat. And then once I get through my questions, and once I get done with that, then I leave it open to the chat to ask their questions. Because questions may disappear as StreamYards go, I do ask that you wait till we get through all the questions, but you will all get your chance. You will get your chance to ask questions. And Pudgy Hedgehog says, and if you forget, Marine will remind you using Marine language. Indeed. Indeed. All right. Okay, so we shall get started. Both Old Man and Kat were in the Army. As you can see, I was in the Air Force. Sandra was also in the Army, and she gives me a lot of grief being in this Air Force. So I'm not going to encourage her tonight.
We'll forgive you.
And there's my email for those that want to ask or email me with any information. Snort says, no asking questions until the Dolphin says you can ask questions, and eyes Legatus. So okay. So let us.
Poor Legatus is getting picked on again.
Yes, he's getting picked on again. All right. So let's get started. We'll go ladies first. Kat, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I retired from the Army in 2010, and I recently finished my doctorate in psychology, and I run a retreat center off of my farm. So
nice. It's a beautiful farm too. I've been there. It's great.
Thanks.
Okay. Old Man, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. Well, I went into the Army in '65 and took basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Fort Lost in the Woods.
Yeah, I've been there many times.
Then from there, I went to Fort Benning, Georgia, to learn how to jump out of airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
And then they sent me to that funny place in North Carolina called Fort Bragg, where I went through an extensive training courses and everything else. Consequently, I ended up in the service with what they refer to as a small arms mechanic. And for those out there that are wondering, that's MOS 91F or Foxtrot. And everyone thinks, oh, you just fix the little guns. You end up fixing mortars, artillery pieces, and you also are the auto mechanic for the bunch. So yeah, it was quite a session there on that, and got out, and now I'm a happy little fat Santa Claus.
All right, and okay, and welcome to Janet from Another Planet, who also thanks us for our services, and Bear Norman Tag. Thank you.
Hey, King Dolphin, I think I need a better name. I need an online handle.
Oh, you're fine with.
Am I okay with Cat?
You're fine with Cat. What do you think, Omen?
I think Snortopoopus I think that's a good name. I'm impressed. And Pudgy Hedgehog. Yeah. Those are great names.
Oh yeah, Snort and Pudgy are fine. We'll think of a name by the end of the show for you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, actually, I think Dr. Cat would work.
Dr. Cat.
Yeah.
And somebody was afraid of the psychologist here. I'm not a clinical psychologist. I focus on the wellness side. So yeah, Snortopoopus, don't be afraid. No judging. No clinical diagnoses.
No couch.
No couch.
We'll go more into that later. Okay. So we heard. Okay. Old man went into where he ended up in the Army. Kat, where did you get your commission from, and in what branch were you at?
So it's kind of funny how I ended up with my commission, because I enlisted as a combat medic because I was tired of waiting tables and thought it might be fun to join the Army. And my sophomore year in college, my parents ran out of money and said, "Hey, kid, you're on your own." So I was working with a friend of mine who said, "Well, why don't you go for an ROTC scholarship?" And I'm like, "What's ROTC?" So I did it. And I ended up with an ROTC scholarship to the University of Minnesota. Go Gophers! If anybody if anybody here is from
Minnesota. Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Minneapolis, yep. And finished up my degree there, and I was commissioned as one of the first female engineers.
Wow, nice.
And they were going to send me, old man, to jump school till they found out I was too small.
Oh, really? You got lucked out.
Yeah, I didn't meet the weight requirement. They were afraid that if I jumped, I might never land.
Oh.
You get on the top of that tower looking down when you're going through training. And you're going, I'm going to do what?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I had a slot. I had a slot and everything. And then they were like, "No, you're too small."
Wow. Okay. So then, okay, let's see. And then, so your duration of service. So, old man, how long did you serve for? And then
3 years going into the 4th year.
Okay.
Didn't complete that one.
Probably for obvious reasons, being that.
Yeah, I was dumb. I forgot to duck.
Ow. Oh, I guess that would do it. So did they medically retire you, or if I may ask? I will put out.
Yeah, they discharged me on a medical.
Okay. I will not ask, if I ask something that you guys, not that either of you don't want to talk about, please just let me know. I'm trying to keep this very comfortable for both of you. Okay. Let's see. For old man, how many times did you deploy? Was it one?
3 times.
Okay, 3 times. So you went back. You went back after.
Yeah, I was stupid. I volunteered. One thing you learn in the Army: never volunteer.
Yeah, they say that in the
slow.
Air Force. Okay. And Kat, where and how many times did you deploy?
So I had a lovely all expense paid trip to Iraq. I've also been in Korea and Guatemala and all over the US.
Oh, Guatemala. That
Yeah.
sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm part of the DMZ
Oh,
from
went
Korea.
to visit the. Were you at the DMC or just? Oh, okay. Wow. All sorts of.
What, were you up in my neck of the woods there?
In Korea. If that's
in
your
Korea.
neck of the
Okay.
woods.
No, I was never in Korea. I got some friends that were definitely there for more than one tour, and they enjoyed it.
Did you like Korea?
Yeah, pretty place. Hell of a place to fight a war. Not a good place to fight a war.
Yeah.
But a very beautiful country.
Yeah. A story on my side. I was in my last active duty location in Hooterville, Blytheville, Arkansas, which was nicknamed very derisively as Hooterville. And there was one of my troops got orders to Korea. And by this time I had the Snoopy. By this time I was to the point I had enough of Hooterville, and I said, I'll go. Let me go. I'll go to Korea for a year. And they said we tried to talk the detailer into doing it, and they said he just came back from Europe. No, he can't go to Korea. So didn't get to go to Korea, and then ended up in the National Guard. So just in time to sit out Desert Storm 1.
I'm looking at some of Pudgy Hedgehog's military jokes.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
He's working on getting into kitty table.
Yeah.
We have something called the kitty table here. All right. So, and so I take it the clean version is both of you saw various actions in some form.
Yeah.
And we were talking. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you want, I can show my picture of that. There's no blood. It's actually kind of a funny picture.
Sure. Go ahead.
Let me see if I can share here.
Okay.
Hang on.
Pudgy, you are out to get at the kitty table.
Hang on. No, that's not it. Hang on. I'm having trouble, Raymond.
Oh no.
Yeah, hang on. I can do this. I can do this.
I know you can. I
can do this.
I know you can.
Right?
Meanwhile,
go ahead.
I'll talk to the chat.
Oh, my browser's blocked my screen. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't before. Click.
Isn't technology wonderful?
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Okay, I should be able to now. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Let me get to my rack picture. So this is me and my security detail, and we're in front of a vehicle called a Buffalo.
Holy moly!
It's a 23-ton vehicle that is mine resistant. Keyword resistant.
Mm-hmm.
And we were out hunting IEDs.
Oh, wow.
Roadside bombs, for those of you who don't know
Yep.
what an IED is.
Wow.
And so that's what we did. And I was writing curriculum for the Army to try and defeat these roadside bombs. So it was a good day when you found them. It was a bad day when you didn't.
Ah.
Oh,
Now, were you
No kidding.
EOD?
No. So anything that was bigger than a mortar, we called EOD.
Mm-hmm.
And anything mortar or smaller, we blew in place. We had a robot that we sent out with explosives, and we blew it in place. But we hated waiting for EOD because it would take hours for those folks to get there, and we were just sitting waiting, and bad things happen when you just sit and wait.
Yeah. That's almost the size of a tank.
Oh yeah, it's a big vehicle.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. And it has air conditioning, but not really. So, you've got all that gear on, and in the heat, it was, over 100 degrees in there, and we would be in there for, 12, 14 hours at a time. And then I don't know if you can see on the very top of that vehicle, it looks like an arm.
Mm-hmm.
We called it the spork. And if we found something that looked suspicious, we could deploy the arm and play around with it and see if it blew up.
Mm. Wow. I have to laugh at that grating at the on the sides of the vehicle.
Yeah.
I was watching this Russian mini series on World War II in the Eastern Front, and they had during the battle for Berlin, they put mattress springs on the sides of their T-34s to protect them from the Panzerfaust. Is that what those were used for?
Yeah, similar. So those in the early part of the war, we were getting in trouble a lot with RPGs. Mm-hmm. And so that metal grid is to keep the RPGs away. It doesn't always work, but
yeah, I was wondering.
It helped to kind of deflect them.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't they also have V bottoms on them?
Yeah, there's a V-shaped hull here underneath, so that if you are on top of something that blows up, theoretically the blast is deflected.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That is big. Yeah,
and the funny thing about this picture, I'm the only one smiling. I just don't quite know why.
Wow. Were you the adrenaline junkie?
I was. I really, it sounds kind of weird, but it was very meaningful to go out and look for these things. And, if we could train soldiers to learn how to deal with them, then we're saving lives.
Yeah, true. And that's what counts. Okay. So, old man, you trained the indigenous. How did that work?
I beg your pardon. What?
You trained when you were in Vietnam at the Z. You told us you trained the locals.
Yeah, the indigenous defense groups.
Okay.
That brought into my MOS.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if there was a weapon out there, I had to teach these people how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thankfully, when I was younger, hung out at a place that was the world's largest privately owned gun museum and collection. Really? And Ozzy liked me. So what did I get to do? I get to clean and take apart all those weapons and put them back together again. So I put together some pretty archaic machinery, from an Arab flintlock rifle to a matchlock rifle, all the way up to modern stuff, including Gatling gun. It's my favorite. They're a bugger to take apart and put together again, but they're a lot of fun to shoot.
I can imagine.
They'll leave a mark.
And that's what when I got out of basic, and they were going to send me to AIT. I was supposed to be just a auto mechanic, fix the deuce and a halves, fix the Jeeps, well, somewhere along the line, my big mouth got me into trouble. And they asked if I knew anything about an M1 rifle. Oh, yeah, I've heard around them a bit. What do you know? I know how to take them apart and clean them and put them back together again. Oh, really? Here's one. So, guess what? Got a blindfold. I put a blindfold on. I ended up taking that thing apart and putting it back together again. They're all looking at me and go, "You're not an auto mechanic anymore. You're a small weapons mechanic." What?
Oh dear, oh dear.
So that's when I went to Fort Bragg after the 8 weeks of small arms training, which was really kind of redundant on a lot of that stuff for me. It was just boring as. But when I got there, they put me in the JFK Warfare School to teach and to take care of the weapons. Then one day they walked over and said, "Guess what? What? You've qualified for all this stuff. Why don't you finish the rest of it?" Like what? Q week.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I am a corporal, not a sergeant. You got to have 3 stripes at least to get in. They said, "Guess what? You got them." That first week, I thought I was going to die. As far as the other part to pick up there for an MOS, because in SF you need 2 MOSs. I already had one. It was mega qualified. Guess what?
You got another one.
Yeah, and guess what they did then?
Gave you the hat, gave you the beret.
Yeah, and they gave me a free airplane ride too.
Oh dear. Care to show us your beret?
Look at that.
Wow.
Does it still fit?
Let's see. I know a lot of people say I got a fat head, but
close.
a lot of more hair on my head now too.
You're gonna have to have a haircut.
Wow.
Oh no, not again.
Wow. Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, look at that. It still fits.
Now, the patch on there is 5th Special Forces. The color slash means Vietnam. And then, of course, obviously the little pin decoration, which is, oops.
Here, let me, I'm going to put it up on, there you go. There you go.
That little pin, I'm going the wrong way, is the Special Forces insignia.
Right.
The logo. And you wear that on your hat. Plus, you can have some other ones to wear elsewhere too. I can guarantee you, I found a lot of places over there that were wearing that little thing in there to get you into a fight. They got you into fights here in the States too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, Kat, this is for you. How? Obviously, you were a commander. What level did you command?
I was a battalion commander in Iraq.
Okay.
And but I've had company commands. I've commanded a public affairs detachment actually as a major. And of course, I was a platoon leader when I first got in.
Okay, all with the engineers.
That far?
Yeah. What's that, old man?
I said, you made it up that far. Then you were above the peasantry.
Peasantry. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
The Yardbirds.
Well, see, I decided to retire in 2010 because the fun was really over. After battalion command, I was a staff puke at the brigade and division level,
Uh-oh.
and the fun was over. It was like, I'm not with soldiers anymore. It's just, yeah, I'm done.
Could have been worse. You could have been
One thing you really learn is how much you dislike a Renf.
Oh, they serve their purpose.
Yeah,
You never piss them off because they can really help you out of a tough situation.
Some of the stuff they did to us by just stupid mistakes. You call in, I need this, I need this. What did they do? They sent you something else.
Yeah, Mr. CCDV. I bet Lieutenant Colonel Cat liked dealing with us contracting officers. Well, yeah, it can make your life easier or difficult.
Yeah.
I didn't like doing contracts, so I was happy to have a contracting officer around.
Well, at least you didn't end up in the Puzzle Palace in DC.
I spent a little time there, but yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
The Pentagon.
Yeah. I mean, even in 06 ends up, the coffee server. As a lieutenant colonel, I was, nobody.
Wow.
I was glad I never had to go near the place. I couldn't stand going around like this all day long.
Yeah. Never. When I was in, I was communications in a small nowhere site in Italy.
Oh, Italy would be beautiful, though.
Oh, it was. It was northern Italy.
Oh, wow, up there.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah. We were west of Venice and east. We were between Venice and Milan.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was not. It was nice.
Nothing but all around.
Yeah. But the thing is when you're a site, you sure miss the services of big bases. We actually had to take an hour and a half bus ride to Vicenza to do our basic medical BX, PX commissary services. So it was a pain. Aviano was way the air base at Aviano was way east of that. So Vicenza was the best we had to see. So I saw a bunch of airborne troops there. So, and then after after a trip to Upper Michigan, I went to school for intelligence and then went to Germany, Spangdahlem. So that was the best 4 years of my life. I should have stayed there.
You can go back.
I actually did on my last guard trip, but I got as far as Ramstein. No one wanted to drive me to Spangdahlem.
Oh,
yeah. But my time was I enjoyed it. Didn't like the stateside bases. I did like Duluth, cold though it may be, but I did like it.
My favorite place was Fort Lewis. I really enjoyed Fort Lewis out in Washington.
How about you, old man?
Well, it's going to sound stupid, but the place I really liked was Bragg.
Okay.
When, because right outside you had this funny little town. Back then it was a little ways away. So it's a little travel to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now they told me the doggone town's right up to the gates.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So a couple more questions before I open it up to actually, let's I'll save that last one to wrap up. But Kat, what did you do after you retired. So you did your 20. You weren't.
I did 24. Yeah, I retired in 2010 and then worked for the federal government and started working on my doctorate.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we know each other.
So then you became a G.
Yeah.
A what?
A G.
A G?
G. As
Yeah.
in GS?
Yep.
Okay, yes, GS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so you're working for the government, and you've got your doctorate in psychology. Can you tell us a little bit about this retreat?
Oh, the retreat center.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw somebody in the chat was saying, "What? The Army doesn't retreat?" Which is a great comment. So, yeah, the retreat center. I work with people who want to learn mindfulness and meditation and reconnect with who they are, and it's what I do.
Nice.
So the not clinical psychology part of things, but helping people just be more psychologically healthy, on the positive side.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I've seen you at work. I've seen you actually do some of your work, and you're just absolutely amazing doing it. Which is why I was glad. Which is why I was glad that you came on and are willing to share that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Snort, here's
really
where we'll get my
important.
face slapped someplace.
What's that?
If you know a little German, you know what I said.
Oh. Okay. So, old man, what? Okay, I know you're retired, but what did you do between your service time and retirement?
The Uncle Sam gave me a little bit of training in electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that was, electronically involved on those weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got out, and the first thing I went and did was I tried to capitalize on that, and I learned how to be a transmitter engineer, repairing transmitters.
Mm-hmm.
Big ones, like really big ones.
Oh, transformers or just
No, transmitters.
Oh, okay. Wow.
For the transmission of radio and telephone signals.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
And television signals.
Nice.
And you name it. So yeah, 100,000 watts was, the normal. There were some out there that were above that were government that I got my fingers on too. But then on the other end of it, when I got out of that, well, I was a mechanic, a millwright.
Okay.
Millwrights, what do they do? Oh, anything from speed rack, which is this pound together shelving you put together, to nuclear reactors.
Oh.
Mm.
And yeah, I worked on them too.
Oh, okay. Wow. Impressive.
And then at the end, my body was kind of pretty well beaten up and what have you. So I ended up doing work with working for a service that took care of the mentally handicapped individuals.
Oh.
And I worked with them for a few years, both in a group home and one-on-one.
Mm.
And I'll tell you, I really love that. I mean, you'd be amazed some of those people that people look down on. I'll tell you one thing. Don't ever believe the words that they can't lie. Oh, yes, they can. They are the most deviously conniving people you've ever met in your life. They could run a Ponzi scheme like you can't believe if they were. No.
Wow. Wow. Both of you've done impressive stuff in the military and done very impressive stuff outside of the military in the civilian world. I salute you for both.
Well, I love doing Santa Claus.
I can imagine.
I bet
No, it was
you're
actually
good
a
at
Santa Claus for Macy's
Ah.
for
Oh.
4 years.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boys and girls. And what were you liking for Christmas? And were you good?
Wow.
That I could write a whole book on just on itself.
I can imagine. Oh, wow. So, done it all. Okay. So, now we will go through some of the highlights of these comments. And then, guys, yes, you can you can put out your questions. Let's see. Pudgy found weird drawings under Dr. Cat's desk. Looks like someone spilled ink.
And what do you see on this one?
Yes, what do you see? Dr. Cat in the Hat.
I can see a butterfly.
I warned you guys. Old man knows me, this crew, but I did warn you, Cat.
Yeah, that's
a very
great.
eclectic group here.
And then I saw the Psycho Cat. I thought that was good. Psycho Cat.
That
actually fits.
Yeah, I'm going to the pictures that you have of the cats outside your cube. I think I'm gonna put that out there in big letters.
Yeah, Psycho Cat.
Let's see. Cat glider instead of a cat
diver. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Not a good thing.
Yeah. What do you call them?
Oh, that's good.
Only in England. Only in England. Call him a lieutenant.
Yes, lieutenant. Okay.
You have to know about what the English call the restroom to get that joke.
Someone other than me is trying to get to the kitty table on a Wednesday stream. Yeah. And thank you for your service, Mr. CCDV. Glad I did.
Yes, thank you.
Glad he didn't have to go to Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And then join the military. Join the military officer.
Boy, Pudgy Hedgehog is full of it.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He found his military joke book, he said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, here's the first question. Legatus Legion I asked, did you get to keep your uniforms? Do you get to wear them often, including your dress uniforms?
So I don't know about you, old man, but I got to keep all mine.
You bought them.
Yeah, because I was an officer. I had to buy them. But and they still fit.
Wow.
I think I've got them in a closet somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I have giant bags full of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't. I used to wear them when I competed for the Army in riding. I had a horse. But now I haven't competed in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen that picture, King Golfin, with the horse, right?
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. Do you have it up there, or?
I can share my screen again, and
that's the general. That's the, if I remember right, that was the corps commanders.
Yeah. So let me show you here. Here we are. This is him.
Okay. Let me.
I don't know if you can make that bigger, but. Yeah, I did General Officer Escort, and that's a 3-star and a 2-star. It's a 2-star change of command. It's 3-star leading the change of command. And
which corps was this?
It was a division level out of Minnesota. That's actually historic Fort Snelling, old man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was with what was his name again? Vengi or trying to remember the general's name.
Are you talking about Vesey?
Yeah.
General Vesey? Oh, yeah, that was before. This is after his time. He was already retired. Yeah. Yeah, I knew General Vesey.
So did I.
He was a good guy. The 2-star is General Robert Pullman. He passed away a couple of years ago. And then the guy on the left, who's a 3-star, I think that was General Stoltz. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but I think that's who it is. But I had this big black horse that I imported from the Netherlands when I trained with the Army over there, and we did all sorts of ceremonies, memorial services, and then I competed in dressage and jumping and all sorts of things with him.
Nice.
So.
Okay. Let's see.
So Big Daddy says, I kept all my formal dress uniforms and one formal hat for my. Oh, thanks for your naval service.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yes. Okay, so we've got all but a Marine.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Well, do they know how to speak?
Ooh.
Uncle Sam's had children.
Let's see.
That's what Eleanor Roosevelt called him.
Mm-hmm.
A sousaphone for a couple of years. Mr. CCDV.
Okay.
Is that like, were you in a military band?
Sounds like it. Lucky you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like he was in a band.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I love military bands.
Sandra says, that's cool. I still have my uniform somewhere, just no idea where. Yeah, mine have disappeared in various and sundry moves as well.
Thanks, Sandra, for your service.
Thank you. I got my jungle boots yet somewhere. I still have them.
Yeah, I have my jungle boots. That's about it.
And I got the camo pants and jacket. And then I have the OD jacket that we mostly wore.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? They don't fit no more.
Nah.
I don't know why.
Cut some holes on.
Yeah, a lot of holes in that. I think the doggone pants would fit on one leg now.
Okay, Pudgy hides. Pretty lady has mega stridge in picture.
Oh, he's talking about my rifle?
Probably talking about your rifle.
Yeah,
Pudgy, that's a boomstick.
Yeah, boomstick. Yeah. I carried a pistol and a rifle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I had to use my pistol, it would be a very bad day.
Yeah.
Life is not going well if the officer has to break out the pistol. Mm-hmm. So I was happy to carry a long gun.
I had a 1911 A1,
mm-hmm.
45 automatic,
mm-hmm.
and I had the Matty Mattel M16.
That's actually who it was designed by, right?
No, Stoner is the guy that designed it.
Oh, it is.
Stoner designed it.
The biggest thing about it was when Stoner designed that rifle up, he told the military extensively, do not use ball powder. Use IMR powder. So what did the military do? They loaded up all of our rounds with, guess what?
Ball
powder. And that's why those things would jam up and foul up and everything else. And that was one of my main jobs, clean them out and get them back into operation again.
Wow. Yeah.
And the early ones out there that we had did not have a forward bolt assist on them. That did not exist.
Mm.
They did have a nice little deflector on there to project the cartridge away from you. But I can tell you quite truthfully, that sucks when you're left-handed. You still end up with a bunch of them down your shirt collar when you're firing rock and roll.
Yeah. That's a really true statement.
I ended up taking the dust cover, the dust flap, pulling the pin out, pulling it back, bending it, putting it back in and reshaping it. Now one came out that way.
Yeah. Only half of them went down your shirt.
Yeah, and then they wanted the court
up your sleeve. Yeah.
You destroyed the military weapon. I could have just lost it in a mud hole.
Let's see. Oh, now Mr. CCDV's getting into it. A soldier and a Marine walk out of a latrine. The Marine says they teach us to wash our hands in the Corps. The soldier says the Army teaches us not to pee on ourselves.
Yeah,
that's great.
Here we go. Inter-service rivalry at its finest.
Yeah,
you bet. And I've heard that reverse too.
So, King Dolphin, you want to hear a funny story about a latrine?
Oh, sure.
So we were in Iraq, and we did a route clearance from Camp Liberty in Baghdad up to Abu Ghraib prison. And it was shortly after we had transitioned lovely Abu Ghraib prison to the Iraqis. So it was semi-secure. It was a
Okay.
good place for a potty break. And we all dismounted out of our vehicles. And off in the distance, I saw a porta potty. And, you know, being a woman, I'm like, cool. Because it takes me about 10 minutes to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So I go trekking over to the porta potty, and I opened the door. And that's when I learned that the Iraqis perch. They don't sit, and they use their left hand for wiping, and
Yep.
it was all over
Yep.
the inside of
Ew.
the porta potty. And I was like, yeah, I
No.
don't think
Left
so.
hand is not important because the right hand is what you eat with. So the left hand.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, it didn't smell very good. And
Mm.
they don't sit on, they perch. So it's
Oof.
kind of.
Ugh.
There's also an expression when you see them out there on the streets, and they got the long robe type clothing. The expression is "cover your ankles."
Mm-hmm.
That's when they're squatting and doing it right there on the street.
Mm.
I learned that one from a fellow that was over there.
Ah. Let's see. Why is the U.S. Air Force the most paid? I don't get this one, Pudgy. Why is the
They're
US
USAF as FU.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So meaning very.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I know. I'm kind of dense on that.
We always used to sit back and sing, the national anthems for the different units. Let's see. Off we go into the wild blue crash.
Oh.
Oops.
Oops. A bad day. Let's
My-
see.
And my cousin was a commanding officer over there in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
He had his own wing. And he came back. Then before, when his dad died, which was a real shame, his dad was a barnstormer in his young days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, the two boys went in. The oldest one, Bobby, couldn't handle altitudes.
Mm-hmm.
So they turned him into a slick jockey, helicopter pilot, for those that don't know what that is. And then my other cousin, the youngest one, Raj, went all the way on through the ranks, all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
And he even took over Chuck Yeager's command.
Oh. Okay.
And, he was, Raj was up there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that he was big with was the SR-71.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
It was big secret back then, don't you know?
Oh yeah. Snorter Poopa says the Daddy Bear was a civilian with Army Material Command when he retired in '70. His last boss was a brigadier general who had been assistant division commander in Vietnam, and he continued. But he was assigned to AMC when he got caught up in the My Lai incident.
Ooh, Me Lai. Oh,
Ugh.
my.
Lie? Yeah.
Yeah, that was not. No.
There was a lot of
Mm.
stuff there. I know some of the guys in SF that were through that Malai,
Mm.
and it was not a walk in the park. Everybody would act all real nice and sweet to you, and then suddenly they'd come out of nowhere and open up on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a feeling that that's what happened to Lieutenant Kelly. He got jumped, and everybody, hey, I'm getting shot at from every direction. What do? Open up on everything.
Yeah. I just read, I was telling Ken about this book. I don't know if you saw Ken Burns' series on Vietnam.
Yeah, not yet.
No. If you've seen the Civil War series, it's not the same. It was you could tell it had a more liberal bent, and there's a book, not the novelization, but the but the book about it, and they discuss my lie in it, but I'm sure there was the same type of stuff happening in Iraq as well.
Combat is a tough sport.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you guys both know I've said it before. No matter how good the battle plan is, it goes right out the window after the first cap gets popped.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Let's see.
And it gets really confusing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then
and loud.
And loud, yes.
It's very loud.
Let's see.
To tell you one story on this, it was during World War II. The gentleman involved was with Darby's Rangers from the very beginning. And he was telling me how they got trained on the English state and all that with the British commandos. Well, when they went north up towards the Alps to break the back of the German army, there was Darby's Rangers, one division, several German divisions coming south on them, and they fought in the fog. And in the movie, it's according to him, it was pretty accurate. And he says, in the movie, they show a guy diving into a shell crater, and then somebody dives in behind him. They turn around. The guy that dove in on the other end was a German. And they both go, boom. And he says, I was the guy that was in that foxhole. I'm the one that went, and ran like you know what.
Oh, stop it. CCDV said he had to buy all his uniforms once he became an NCO. Now he only has the dress blues.
Yeah. Dress blues are nice looking.
Yeah. Even the Air Force has got a decent one. Legatus Legion I, my younger brother was in the King's Own Regiment, while my grandfather was a captain in the Army and awarded a Gold Medal of Bravery and Knight Cross, and refused to be called sir by his peers.
So is this the British military?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't mean to offend.
Was this with the Canadian Army, or was this with the English?
Yeah, let us know, Legatus. I'm thinking because you're in Canada, it's the same. But
I trained with Canadians and British, and love them both.
Yeah, at JFK Warfare School, we came from all over the world, and we had this British officer with his little stick under his arm coming in. And the sergeant that he had with him as his aide looked like he had definitely been up and down the road a few times. And I'm looking at him, I feel sorry for you. And he's, yeah, I know. But the next day when we were going to run him through the out back, to use a phrase that we didn't call it, we called it something else you can't say in public. Anyhow, he shows up, this English officer. He's got fatigues. They're pressed. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. He's got a crease on him. On fatigues. And combat boots that have been spit shined. I'm going, this is going to go over like a lead balloon. We got him out there. We ran through. That guy went through everything with us.
Nice.
He came back out. His uniform was ripped in places. It was just muddy as all get out. He went back and looks at me. He goes, that was a jolly good time. When do we get to do it again?
Yeah. It's a sign of a good leader.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Boy, was that a whole attitude change on me on this guy.
We actually, my first assignment in Duluth, we were at the it was known as the NORAD region. That NORAD broke up into various regions. You remember you remember that big old block house, the Sage Building? I worked there, and we had the retirement of the Canadian vice commander of the region. He was I think he was a 1-star, and we had he was a brigadier, and we were out at the parade ground, And this happened to be the year of the big in 79. It was the year of the big woolly bear infestation. If you've been in Duluth, you know about they're as bad as cicadas over here.
Yeah.
Yes, when I was jogging around the base, I'd be swerving around to avoid them. So here I am. I had the honor of holding the Canadian flag. And I'm over there holding the flag, and these critters were crawling up my shoes. They were crawling up my legs, under my pants, but that flag did not fall down.
Yeah, Mr. CCDV, you're right. We did. I remember bringing my BDUs to the cleaners and having them pressed, and our combat boots were spit shined. I was so happy when those ACUs came out. They're like wearing pajamas.
Well, the one thing about being airborne, no matter what you're wearing, including your dress screens, you blouse your pants.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps nasty little critters from crawling up in there.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It does. Let's see.
Tim the Enchanter says his grandfather worked in a factory during World War II, and in the evening after supper, he was home guard. Yeah, home guard was really, that was super important.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big job.
Yeah. Especially right after they all escaped from Dunkirk. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a good show on PBS called, I think it was called Home Girls, about that era and the women who, did their duty during the war. That was pretty fun to watch.
Let's see. Snorter Poopus sent Daddy Bear retirement photo in Twitter. Okay, let's see.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Great mistakes. John Rendell says, and then there were those annoying leggings we had in Navy boot camp at Great Mistakes. My dad was stationed at Great Mistakes during the Korean War.
Were you guys still wearing those leggings? I thought it was just the APs, the military police in the Navy that wore them.
I don't know. Oh, you mean the putties? Let's see. Here is Snorter Poopus's dad's retirement. Wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah.
What a great picture to have.
That is.
Yeah.
That is. Wow.
That's neat.
Yeah. And as long as we're showing pictures, let me.
You got some pictures?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's see.
Look at that.
All of 17. Yeah, I was 17. Had to get my parents' signature.
Oh my gosh. Look at you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Basic training. No, not that one. Let's see. Here's another one.
Uh-oh. Pudgy says he found a new joke book.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Let's see. This is kind of blurry. This is when I was on my. Okay, it's not showing.
That was the one thing I liked about suntans. You didn't have to wear the tie.
Mm-hmm. This was my swan song at Ramstein just before I retired.
Look at you.
Just before I retired.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who is that with you?
That was my boss. He was the head of he was the full-timer in charge of the unit's maintenance training section, and I was the guardsman
Cool.
doing the same job. Snorter Pooper says, "Baby dolphin."
Baby dolphin. Love it.
I got. Unfortunately, the one is upstairs in a drawer someplace, and that was the parachute knife we had.
Mm.
The parachute knife was an exact copy of the German parachute knife from World War II. Why? Because it really worked good. Now, the one I got issued was actually made in Germany, and I've got the green handle on it. The ones that got made here in the U.S., they got a black handle on them, and they're a gravity knife because they had a lanyard on them, and you put it in the reserve chute. So if you got hung up, you could pull it with either hand, get it out.
Yeah.
Because if one arm was broken or whatever, you could flip it, get the knife out.
Make that one bigger there.
Yeah, I'm going to. Let's see.
Look at that.
That was, oh gosh, what was,
You getting it? Looks like you're getting an award of some sort.
yeah, this was right after I graduated from the 2nd or the 8th Air Force NCO Academy, and this was a recognition at the base after we got back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I got distinguished graduate for that.
Nice.
Neat.
Got it.
And one other thing that midnight requisition is this little toy.
Ooh. Nice.
Well, I can't walk around on the street with this.
Nice.
Because
You could
that.
where we live. You can where we live.
Yeah.
That's one of those little toys you're glad to have sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And not to take out another person. It's you got a line to cut. You know, it doesn't matter. I mean, there's a million things that thing comes in handy for, and you got two hands that are active. One of them has to do something. The other one is free enough to be able to get that out and open it and take care of the situation. And when you're hanging from a tree in your parachute, you really do want to know how you're going to get down. Because if you reach it, you pull the release on it, you're going to drop like a you-know-what right now. But if you cut yourself out and cut certain ones, you can kind of have to lower yourself down.
Yeah. Big Daddy MRI said, I did a little consulting work in the VAST with a unit. I went to the factory schools, and the Navy requested my clearance be maintained and hired me for about 8 months to help set up and calibrate the unit for use. What? Okay, what is the VAST? I enjoyed getting to work in civvies and cowboys, cowboy boots on a system I knew inside and out. When my contract was up, I went back to Texas. Nice. But what is the
that sounds familiar.
VAST?
The VAST. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. I gotta see something. Sandra sent her picture.
Oh, good. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Let me okay, there she is. All right. Okay, let's this is a great show because not only do we get to talk about people's careers, but it gets other people to share stuff.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I've been watching what some of these people are putting in. That's really fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snort approvers. Oh, cool. Look at Sandra.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sandra go to basic training?
She went to. Hold on. Sandra, where'd you go for basic?
Fort McClellan, Alabama.
No way. So did I. When?
Oh. Go ahead. Speak on.
Fort McClellan, Alabama.
When?
Yeah. When?
1978.
1978.
Okay.
Really cool.
Yeah, I was.
We were the last ones to wear the Palinsatine.
The what? What'd she say? Last one to what?
The last one to wear the.
Palinsatine. If you look at the shoulder or the collar, that's not the U.S. Army. That is actually the Hellene goddess, the Palinsatine. That was the wax symbol. We're the very last group to wear it and the very first group to have to qualify on the rifle, machine gun, hand grenade, and law and claymore.
Yay! Good for you. Yeah, Fort McClellan. I was there in 85.
Oh, 85?
Yeah.
I was in Germany at the time.
Let me see if I can do that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see.
Do you want me to show another picture of King Dolphin? I got him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Younger.
Please.
When I was another when I was younger.
Okay.
All right. Okay, this one, that's me as a brand new snot-nosed lieutenant greasing a 5-ton dump truck. And probably the best advice I ever got as a brand new lieutenant was from my platoon sergeant. First thing he did when I walked in the door is he handed me a pair of coveralls and he said, "Lieutenant, I think you should go grease this truck." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And I was one of the first, or one of the few people that could actually fit between the wheel and the engine.
Wow.
So I was really in there greasing that truck.
Wow. Well, that's a good platoon sergeant who, tells the lieutenant or suggested to the lieutenant that she should go out.
Yeah.
And it looks like you were having fun.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I have on my hat or on my head. It's certainly not issued Army clothing. I don't know what I've got on. And then this picture, that's I was a young company commander, and that was my first sergeant. And he and I are still in contact.
Oh, okay.
So.
Man, that doesn't look like you. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Wow.
I've gotten a little older.
Wow. Let's see.
I made it. I'm back live.
All
okay.
Right. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
How'd you get a hold of that?
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Well, it got fired.
Oh,
it's
just
fired.
The
It's not alive.
Empty canister.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But
yeah, it's the law.
This was one of the things that they threw in.
He's
breaking up.
Yeah, he's breaking up. Snorter Pooper's new.
Yeah, I got a lot of the internet connection.
Yeah. Wow, that is awesome.
Yep. Sandra, remember firing those? What did you say before you fired it?
Yeah.
Back blast area clear.
Uh-huh.
You got it.
Yeah.
You certainly don't want to fire it with somebody behind you.
Mm-hmm.
It says, warning, do not recock with the launcher extended.
That's something you like.
He used that to break up a traffic jam, somebody says.
Oh, you can't believe.
Very.
John
Yeah.
Rendell says, imagine how much popcorn you can make with that. Mhm.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pudgy, that definitely is a boomstick.
Yep.
And John
No.
Rendell says, I want.
No.
And-
My favorite was the M79. The old blooper was just fantastic.
Mhm.
You pop one of those little shells in there, you close it up and go boom.
Oh, yeah.
And downrange, something goes boom.
Mhm.
And it's not a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Like a roadblock.
Sandra
It
says
was
she was a great.
It was a great way to make sure that roadblock didn't have any little unwanted presence in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at Sandra. She is a grease monkey.
she
Good
was a
for
great
you.
one. Track and vehicle.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Let's see.
I know I got stuck with that too.
It's no fun when the tracks
change
come
the oil
off.
on the.
Mm-hmm.
While you're at it, change the oil on the deuce while you're fixing that 45.
Let's see. Let's see. Big Daddy says, take care, everyone. Going to eat dinner before Doomcock's Pop Culture Breaks Down stream. Be safe. Take care. See ya. Yes, for those
Take care,
of us-
Big Daddy.
Take care, Big Daddy. After this show, please go to Doomcock's channel for Pop Culture Breakdown. Let's see. Snorter Pooper says,
Yes.
I always like the Claymores, front toward enemy.
Yep.
Yeah. I still laugh my rear end off over that.
Remember when you test them? You had to do the clacker and I see the light. I see the light.
No, the little hand clicker.
Yeah.
Click, click.
Old man loads Pudgy and cannon, hedgehog, and ordnance obtained. Oh dear, oh dear.
What is the maximum effective range of a pudgy hedgehog?
Yeah. I don't know. That would be something to test. Let's see.
That's going to be the question of the night.
Yes. Oh, Pudgy, you didn't ask the usual question for our guests.
What's that?
Favorite cookie?
Oh,
What is your favorite cookie?
easy. Chocolate chip.
Oh, chocolate chip.
Yep. Old man.
Old man, what's yours?
I'm Santa Claus. What the heck do you think it's going to be?
Ginger
Christmas
cookies.
cookie?
Yeah.
Ginger cookies. Okay.
How about you, King Dolphin? What's your
anything but peanut butter.
favorite?
Anything but peanut butter. I'm not a big peanut butter fan. And anything I can persuade Sandra to make.
Oh.
So,
Sanders a good cook.
yes, she is. Yes, she is. Let's see.
Pat, did you ever string out the little tripwires from the Claymores?
Yes, that was fun.
You're sitting there biting your fingernails off. Did I pull it too much? Did I pull it too much?
You're right. Exactly.
Wow. Let's see. Oh, Pudgy. What grades do you need to get into the Navy? At least 7 C's.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, here's one. Psycho Cat, did you ever go to the Q West base complex in Iraq?
Why don't I remember that? See, I've done the dump and flush on a lot of names of places, and where was that? Was that near? Where was that? I was on Liberty and around Baghdad.
Oh, okay. Were you in the green zone?
No, right near the airport.
Oh,
Liberty
okay.
was on the airport.
Okay. Let's see. Hopefully he will answer that.
Q West.
John Rundle said, had a World War II K-bar on my rope rescue harness for years.
Good idea.
Yeah, John Randall was a firefighter, so
Oh,
Yeah.
probably a good idea to.
that's a noble profession.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Oh, south
Oh,
of Mosul.
yeah.
Oh, Mr. CCDV says that south of Mosul, I designed the 3 million gallon system there.
Wow.
3 million gallons of water or
Probably.
fuel?
Would it be a distillery?
Or
Area?
fuel, maybe.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's what I liked about Fort Bragg. If you went outside the very, very backside fence, there was some guys back there that are still running. They had good stuff.
The moonshine. Let's see. While I could not serve, I spent the most time on basis of my family, picking up, delivering uniforms and epaulets.
Ah, cool.
Wow.
Ah, great.
I worked part-time for a tailor and made tens of thousands of those things. I had no issue getting on or off of the bases.
No.
Oh,
JP
it was the fuel.
said,
It
yeah,
was
fuel.
It
It's
was the
probably
fuel.
it must have been a fuel farm.
Mm.
That was
Okay.
a dangerous job, hauling fuel around Iraq. Very dangerous job.
Gee, I just simply remember when it was JP4.
Mm. Yeah.
That's how old I am.
So
if he designed the 3 million gallon system, he must be some sort of fluid engineer, fluid mechanics.
Yeah, tell us a little more,
Yeah.
Mr. CCTV.
Just got my curiosity going here.
Yeah. It's so funny talking with other people who've done really cool things while in the military.
Yeah, kind of neat to watch when they explode as long as you're not part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's true.
My whole
Middle of
comment
it.
here would be, mind if I be excused for the rest of the afternoon?
Yeah, right. Woo!
Yeah. Boom. John Randall, my nephew was a grape on the Washington when they had the fire on the way to Yokosuka, Japan.
Ooh, that would have been fun.
No.
It's a bad day.
Yeah, that's a very bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody who works a Navy flight deck definitely is got my respect.
Yeah, that's not an easy job.
Mm-mm.
And very dangerous.
Yeah.
My uncle was a very unique man. During
What's
World
that?
War II. During World War II, my uncle served in both the Navy and the Army. He was in the Navy on a ship in a combat zone. So, yeah, he's a combat vet. He got sick with yellow jaundice. They got him back. They discharged him for yellow jaundice. He gets recovered. What happens? He gets drafted by the Army.
Oh,
That's a
ow.
bad
That's
luck
a
there.
bad as a.
But now this is the really bad part about this.
Oh no.
My uncle in the Navy was ship stores.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Army going to turn him into?
Infantry.
Quartermaster.
Oh.
He was
Beans
a
and bullets.
quartermaster for an MP company.
Oh.
You talk about a license to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John said his
I'll put it up.
nephew led 4 hose teams.
Okay, where is that? Oh yeah, here it
He
is.
led 4 hose teams before they made him sit down. Oh
Wow.
man. Yikes.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
So Mr. CCDV, let's see his comment.
I started out as a 7.7 Fox in 95,
92F. Yeah.
and 2005 was the third
Tank?
deployment.
Oh, fuel
Oh, wow.
farms. Wow.
Wow.
Fun. So
And-
besides Mosul, where were you?
Oh, here's more. In 2009, I was 51 Charlie contract specialist. On my 4th deployment, I held a $100,000 warrant to buy supplies.
We were throwing money around like, oh my God. there was money just flying everywhere.
Yeah.
It was
I gotta
amazing.
remember what the heck a 92F MOS is again.
Anybody out there that
It's one
knows?
digit off my own,
Don't
which was
remember.
91.
What is it, CCDV, Mr. CCDV?
92 Fox. Is that a fuel handler? Fuel? No. Could be or a mechanic? No.
I mean, well, Google is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. I don't remember. And they changed a few years ago, so I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. 92 is fuel.
Oh, okay.
Okay. John Randall. Yeah.
Yeah, money flying around. Get that butterfly net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Our Army Petroleum Supply Specialist.
Yeah. Quartermaster. Beans and bullets.
Yeah.
And we didn't. Nobody fights without
Beans
the
and
quartermasters.
bullets.
Ooh.
No.
It's important.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, while if there are any other questions that come up, I'm going to actually ask the final question, and I'm actually going to word this differently. Anything significant about your service that you'd like to share, or anything that if there was a new person out there, you'd like to share with them? And no, it can't be. Don't do it.
No, I don't know. For me, it shaped who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there was really shitty days, but I had a lot of laughs. I made good friends and did some really meaningful work. So I don't think you can ask for too much more.
Okay.
So,
Old man.
Well, I went into the service a pretty cocky, arrogant little you-know-what. After I got out, I had a gigantic chip on my shoulder. And I got into more fights than you can imagine.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
A few of the times I should have to get tossed in jail, but thankfully the local cops knew me, and they got me off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get any jail time ever. Didn't get booked or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere along the line, I woke up. And I got rid of the monster.
Mm-hmm.
And evolved into something everybody, when they knew me from when I was younger, said there was no way in the world they ever imagined me doing what I'm doing. Ho, 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 boys and girls. Merry Christmas. Nobody ever believed that I would ever have the patience to be a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's one thing I can say that the service did give me.
Yeah.
It broke up a really nasty guy and turned him into a fat little man with a nice white beard and hair.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. CCTV says, be prepared for lots of hurry up and wait, laughter, crying, boredom, and that forever pucker factor. Mm-hmm.
The pucker factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there's sometimes the pucker factor is so bad, there ain't enough X-Lax to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, Legioness, probably butcher
Legatus Legionii.
yes, for GI scholarships as cast age. Yeah. So yeah, so the Army paid for my master's, and then the GI Bill paid for my doctorate. So I can't complain.
Yeah.
And they, scholarship for my undergrad. So
Yeah. Can't complain at all.
There's a lot of people out there that don't understand going in. Look at the bonuses that you can get nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't even believe them when I people are telling me.
Yeah.
I was talking to a recruiter, telling me all this stuff. You have bonus this, bonus that, extended this and that. Oh, if you get this MOS, oh, you get this. I'm sitting there going, that guy's got enough money just in bonuses to pay for 3 years of college, let alone the bill that comes afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always, as far as advice, King Dolphin, I always stayed in and kept going if I could answer yes to 3 questions. And they were, was I having fun? Was I contributing to the mission? And was what I was doing meaningful? So when I could not answer yes to those 3, it was time to leave.
Okay.
Mine was, is there a problem out there that cannot be cured by a proper amount of HE?
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. All right. This was awesome. I really think the discussion was great, and you guys are just an amazing pair. And Baron, did you blow things up with a smile?
Oh yes.
Oh, the dirtiest thing we ever did. We were going through in this. What were they again? Part of the 9th Infantry Division, I think. And this guy's, they just got there and they're trying to figure out how to set up stuff. Well, they got a latrine set up. And this butter bar comes over there and tells them that they had to clean out that latrine. Okay. Well, the guy that they assigned the job to didn't know exactly what to do. I looked at him, took the pack off, reached inside, ripped off a little thing, and I said, take this right here. You put this inside of it, and then you light this fuse and run like hell.
That'll take care of the problem.
Yeah.
Cleaned out that.
Kat, how many of those did you end up, or did you do? Pranks with high explosives.
Yeah. I learned very quickly never try to put out a fire started by C4 by stomping on it. That's not a good idea.
Ow.
And det cord is beautiful.
Oh, any day with det cord is a good day. Time fuse is fun. Is more fun though.
Pardon?
Time fuse. Det cord time fuse.
But you know, when you want to take down a series of trees to slow down the other guy, and they all just go boom, 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 boom down on the road for you.
Yeah, it's called abattis.
Yeah,
we make a roadblock here.
Yeah.
Looking at some of those pictures you there, I could see, Kat, I could see the little imp in you thing.
Oh yeah.
I
love to blow stuff up.
I've got stuff that goes boom. I've got stuff that goes boom.
Yeah. I love John's card. It's cute.
Det cord shoelaces, the perfect gift for your ex.
Oh yeah.
Attention.
Oh
boy, that does.
MRE heaters and water bottles are the most dangerous.
Oh yeah, those MRE heaters. Yeah, you have to leave those open to the air, or they kind of blow up.
I've never had an MRE when I was in the service.
Consider yourself lucky.
Oh, actually, they're delicious.
We had sea rats.
Yeah, I've done my share of sea rats too.
And inevitably, some blankety blank 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 would send us a lot of sea rats that were lima beans.
Pre-flight?
No, we're on the ground. That's what we ate on when we went out in the field.
Well, you know that, King Dolphin, you don't eat beans before a flight.
Oh, no.
It'd be very uncomfortable.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I when we went to Germany, long flight from Ohio to Germany, and we had the canvas seats on the side, and and then big cargo containers right down the middle of the aisles. Trying to find a place to sleep was horrible. I slept on the floor of a cold C-135. Ugh.
Yeah.
No fun. So enjoy it for anybody going in. Enjoy the good times, because more likely than not, you're going to have some very uncomfortable times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stories.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something you'll come back with, you'll laugh about.
Mm-hmm.
And like me, I got a lot of stories I ain't telling nobody about.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the same with you, Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with anybody wearing camos. As long as it doesn't have a rank or military insignia on it.
As long as they're trying not to impersonate the stolen valor, Let's see. CCDV says, good discussion, everyone, even hosted by the Air Force. Hey. The story Sandra likes to
still upset me. When I was Santa Claus, we had a large number of people coming off of some little military base. It was just a little north of a town in Texas called El Paso, where I was Santa Claus. Well, that time they had a bunch of Germans over there for cross training, da-di-da-di-da. Well, because it's Christmas time, they brought their families with them. This is vacation time. I would see these guys walking through the mall. It was like chalk going up a chalkboard on me. I'd see those uniforms, and they were wearing camel. And cringing all over the place. It took me a little while to realize. Do you know that the German cameo today is the SS cameo from World War II? The same camel.
That's a little disturbing.
Sandra's on a humorous note. Sandra gives me this grief all the time that during our basic training, we didn't shoot 5.56. We had to use the 22 adapters, and she does not let me live that down. That we did that in basic training.
That's just weak.
Yeah, I know. I didn't fire 5.5. I didn't fire 5.56 until when I was in Italy and had to do my periodic requalification. So yeah. All right. Hey, 22s nowadays are pretty cool shit.
Also, just had to fire it. You didn't have to qualify.
Oh, you just said so you know where the trigger is, or which way to point it?
Yeah, which way to point it and not hurt anybody. Yeah,
we had a little pistol in Vietnam. It's called a hush puppy. Yep, and it was used to take out the enemy's guard dogs. It was also good for taking out their sentries too. It was a 22, silenced.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
They had a slide lock on the side of it. You flip that slide lock, and then the bolt won't cycle. So there's no noise. And the loudest noise you hear is...
Okay. Let's see. Which end faces forward? Very important. Yeah. See, I'm not the only one. John Randall, at Great Lakes, we got 4 shots with a 1911 chamber to 22. That was it. See?
woo!
Yeah. Ooh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they called that an ACE, ACE. A Colt Ace. That's the 1911 chamber for 22.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anything about those. I don't know about guns.
All right. Again, old man, Kat, this was amazing.
Thanks, everybody. It was fun.
Yes. And guys in the chat, you guys are awesome.
Thanks for everybody's service. Everybody, thanks for your service. Sandra, King Dolphin, everybody in the chat showed up. And
Mr. CCDV, old man.
All
right.
Dolphin,
it's time.
All the people in the chat, you guys all made it just a fantastic day for me. Thank you.
Everybody go out and thank a veteran.
Yes, definitely. And now it's time for show notes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Hey, Kat has not been initiated to it yet.
I don't know what this means.
Then we need to initiate you to it. Yes, it's show notes, guys.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. With Mr. Raymond and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. Done.
There you go, Kat. Show notes.
I'm not sure about the leg, but I like the little I like the little fuzzy thing.
Yeah, Pudgy the hedgehog.
Pudgy.
All right. Show notes coming up. Coming up this Saturday on Just Cuz, we're doing Pirate Night. Arr! Everybody, we will be playing pirates on Just Cuz. On November 16th.
Is it going to cost you a leg?
Yeah.
An arm and a leg?
An arm and a leg.
Just a leg. And then you get a little parrot to hang on your shoulder. And
yeah, little parrot going squawk, squawk. We're going to have, on the 16th, a week from today, we're going to have Radio King Dolphin TV with Antiderivative Jill and Tiger Stripes reading Chapter 1 of All's Fair, a Dolphin Wars novel. It's going to be great. We've been listening to we've been rehearsing, and it's been awesome. It's going to be a great show. On the 20th, on the 19th, I have something going on. So on Sunday, the 20th, we will have Just Cuz on Sunday. On the 23rd, Thanksgiving Eve, I will have Surfside Chat, a special Thanksgiving edition for those that just need a break from all the hassles of Thanksgiving cooking. Come on down to the pod and let's have fun. On November 30th, author Peggy Sue will come on for an interview, and on December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day, Michael Donahue will be discussing World War II memorabilia.
Wow.
Every Saturday we do Just Cuz unless I say other words, and it is been so that is what's coming up. I would like to thank again Kat Kemmerling for coming on. Dr. Kat, I think Dr. Kat should work.
We can do that.
Yes.
I like Psycho Cat too.
Oh, Psycho Cat.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Psycho Cat.
Yeah, Psycho Cat will work. And Old Man, thank you again.
You're most welcome. Very welcome.
The chat enjoyed it. It was amazing. And now let us thank those that have been here and really helped with the conversation and also related their services. We had, as the Wrench Team Supreme, we had Legatus Legionii, we had Tim the Enchanter, we had Big Daddy MRI, we had John Rendell, we had Pudgy Hedgehog, and of course, we can't forget Snorter Bookbass, Killbar.com. The amazing Wrench Team. Huh? Dromafish, yes. He had some good stuff tonight. My amazing wrenches, they keep the place fantastic. They help with conversations, everything. Sandra, my producer, the lead wrench, my other half. Thank you, honey. And again, thank you for your service. Wendy Webb, our co-host, was busy doing triage at the hospital, so she couldn't make it. But we're thinking of you, Wendy. And then, of course, those that were in the chat, we had GAP After Dark, Eric Anderson. We had Lenrod. We had Captain Fandom Nerd. We had Andy Masterson, who came in but couldn't stay. We had SP4H. We had the wonderful Janet from Another Planet. We had Mr. CCDV. Great relate. Thank you for your service and great relating your stories. And we had Maria with T and Telly come in and join us. You guys, thank you for all your questions, for all your wonderful insights. For those of you that served in the military, thank you for your service. And I'd like to, again, see you on Saturday for Pirate Night. And for the rest of the week, happy Veterans Day. And yes, Phantomite Cider, I know that it was that it's Friday, but because I've got the Wednesday show here, I figured I'd do it then. And also with Doomcock on, it would have been kind of hard to do it on a Friday. So this was actually the best day to celebrate our pre-Veterans Day. So again, thank you all. Happy Veterans Day for those who served. And also, if you haven't, please say thank you to a vet, because we helped keep America safe and keep it free. So
if I may add one thing here.
Sure.
On the 11th at 11 o'clock, stop for 2 minutes and remember the guys came before us.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. The moment of silence at 11 o'clock on November 11th. And Legata says, can I ask? No, you wait. He is so impatient. All right, everybody, have a good night and be safe. And let's continue to make some waves. Guys, stick around after we're done.
Okay.
All right.
Bye all.
Bye all. Be safe.